banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the intergalactic space arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. Welcome to Classic Game Room. As sequel week winds down, we can't forget this one. It's the sequel to one of the most popular racing franchises out there. It's Need for Speed 2. Before Need for Speed went underground, Hot Pursuit Most Wanted, and turned into Burnout, it was once Need for Speed, and this is the second one, Need for Speed 2 on the Sony PlayStation, an excellent 1997 racing game. With a nice list of licensed cars like the McLaren F1, Ferrari F50, and the Isdera Commendatore 112i. The what? It's not very good. The car you want in this game is the McLaren F1. No question. The intro video is nicely produced and really captures the spirit of this fun arcade-style racing game that's still fun and playable today, many, many years later. The car models are really good, and while there's not that many tracks, the ones in the game are extremely cool, including the super special secret track, which I'll show you later. Or maybe I'll just show you right now. If it's got UFOs and dinosaurs, it's got to be good. How about a trip through hell? Yeah, it's got that too. Generally, PlayStation 1 era driving games haven't aged all that well. This was the beginnings of 3D, and few of them come close to comparing to Gran Turismo 1 and 2. Need for Speed 2 does a great job, and for you late 90s racing enthusiasts, this one belongs in your PlayStation collection. This has 1 or 2 player gameplay, a bunch of different racing options like single race, knockout, and championship. It runs well, and most importantly, it's fun to play. It's still fun to play, and I think that's impressive for a game from this era. Also, the music is rockin', that 90s style. This also has a few cars you won't find many other places, like the Ford GT90. I can't think of any other game that has the GT90. 3, 2, 1, go! This even has cockpit view, and it'll work with the analog joystick. I'm playing it here on PlayStation 3, and I like the GT90. It's pretty good, although if you actually want to win races, go with the McLaren F1. It even has windmills. Can you think of anything bad about windmills? No. No, you can't. They belong in racing games. Another thing that belongs in racing games, tunnels. Need for Speed 2 has those as well. This game has it all. Windmills and tunnels. The only thing that's missing from this game is an outdoor patio seating area with tables and umbrellas. Oh no, look, it's got that too. Wow, they really did think of everything. Sure, the menus are dated, and it may not even be as good as the original Need for Speed, which was incredible. It reminds me of the old test drive games. You pick a car and win races. It's done really well. It's fun. You're not trying to outrun the cops or crash your opponents. I mean, I can't think of any other series in video games, any other franchise which has lost its identity more than Need for Speed. What is it now? It's just a brand that they put on top of other driving games that have nothing to do with the original Need for Speed. Look, no hands, I'm driving telepathically. That's not to say that Need for Speed is bad these days. In fact, I've enjoyed many of their recent releases like Need for Speed Rivals, but you don't know what you're gonna get with a Need for Speed game anymore. They could put the brand on top of anything. They can mix any EA properties they want, like Dead Space, with Need for Speed, and you'd be like, oh, alright, well, whatever. Now Isaac is driving a Ferrari, cool. Run over some necromorphs, bring it! Actually, that does sound pretty good, doesn't it? if you can find it for a couple bucks, Need for Speed 2 is pretty good. And on that note, I have a classic game room shout out and thank you to send to Chris from Jersey City, New Jersey. There's the map again. I wanted to show the Death Star part of the track. Need for Speed 2. It's hard to say if this is better than the first game, which was excellent, but it is fun if you can find it for less than $5.